I gave a plumber a 30-day marketing makeover. Here's what happened. This is Will. He's a plumber based in Hatfield, UK. Been trading for just over 6 years. Does brilliant work. 5-star reviews. Customers love him. And yet, some weeks he's fully booked. Other weeks, quiet. Too quiet. He has no real idea why the difference happens or what to do about it. No lead magnet, no follow-up system, no referral strategy. Just word of mouth, a Google listing, and hoping the phone rings. Sound familiar? Over the next 30 days, I'm going to help Will get more customers without spending a single penny on advertising. No paid ads, no expensive agency, just sharper marketing applied consistently. And we're documenting every step. I work with small business owners around the globe, helping them grow through better marketing strategies. And the truth is, Will's situation isn't unusual. It's actually the norm for most trades businesses. Great at the job. Almost invisible when it comes to marketing. So here's what this episode covers. First, I'm going to run Will's business through a full marketing audit using a framework called the Growth Blueprint. 8 levers, honest scores, no fluff. Then I'm going to show you exactly which 3 areas we're focusing on for the next 30 days, why we chose them, and what we're putting in place. By the end of this video, you'll know precisely what's holding Will back, what the fix looks like, and how you can apply the same thinking to your own business. Let's start with the audit. The Growth Blueprint breaks every business down into 8 growth levers across 3 units. The before unit, the during unit, and the after unit. Before is about finding and attracting the right people. During is about delivering an experience worth talking about. After is about turning clients into a long-term growth engine. Let's score Will honestly across all 8. Lever 1, target market. Will serves homeowners in and around Hatfield. He knows his patch. He's not trying to be all things to all people. That's solid. Score 8 out of 12. Lever 2, compelling offer and lead magnet. This is where it gets uncomfortable. Will has nothing. No reason for someone to raise their hand before they've got a burst pipe. No guide, no checklist, no free resource. If you're not in emergency mode, Will doesn't really exist to you yet. Score 3 out of 12. Lever 3, educate, motivate, follow up. When someone inquires and doesn't book, what happens? I asked Will this question. He paused. Nothing really. I just hope they come back. They don't. Not without the money. There's no follow-up sequence, no system. Warm leads go cold and disappear. Score 2 out of 12. Lever 4, irresistible first offer. Will come out for a quote. He's responsive. He turns up when he says he will, for a trades business that's actually better than others. But it's still passive. He waits to be asked rather than making the first move. Score 6 out of 12. Lever 5, dream come true experience. This is Will's superpower, genuine. Tidy worker, explains everything, follows up when he's used. His Google reviews say it all. Customers aren't satisfied, they're delighted. Score 9 out of 12. Lever 6, after sales service. Will finishes the job, sends the invoice, then nothing. The relationship ends at the point of truth, and that's a missed opportunity because that moment, right after a job well done, is actually the best time to keep the relationship. Score 5 out of 12. Lever 7, lifetime relationship. No database, no CRM, no way of contacting past customers even if you wanted to. 6 years of happy clients and no way to reach any of them systematically. Score 3 out of 12. Lever 8, orchestrated referrals. Will gets referrals, occasionally, but they're entirely accidental. A happy customer happens to mention him to a neighbor. No system, no trigger, no ask, just luck. Score 2 out of 12. So there it is. Levers 5 and 1 are genuinely strong. The rest, significant room to grow. And the biggest gaps are in levers 2, 3, and 8. A compelling lead magnet, a follow-up system, and an orchestrated referral strategy. Those 3 things are what we're building in the next 30 days. Let me explain why these 3. Lever 5 is already strong. Will delivers a brilliant experience. That's the foundation everything else needs to sit on. You can't build a referral system on a mediocre experience. But Will's experience is great, so the foundations are there. The problem is, he's not capitalizing on any of it. Nobody knows about him until they have a crisis. When they do inquire and don't book, they vanish. And when they do have a brilliant experience, he leaves without ever asking them to tell anyone. Every single one of those was a system problem. Not a skill problem, not a budget problem, a system problem. And systems are fixable. We considered a few options for Will's lead manual. Option 2 was a short guide for what to do when your boiler breaks down before you call anyone. Brilliant for capturing people in panic and high intent. We'll probably build that one later in the series. Option 5 was a seasonal maintenance reminder service. Homeowners opt in to get an autumn reminder to book their boiler service every year. Simple, useful. Almost zero ongoing effort once it's set up. Both strong. But for episode 1, we're starting with option 1. Here's why this one first. It's proactive. It reaches people before they have a problem, before they're stressed, before they've already called someone else. It positions Will as the trusted expert at a calm moment, not a crisis one. And it gives homeowners in Hatfield a genuine reason to share their contact details with them. Not because they need a plumber right now, but because this guide answers something they probably don't know. The guide covers 5 simple things. Whether the boiler pressure is in the right range, what the pilot light color means, how to bleed a radiator properly, what warning sounds to listen for, and when a service is actually due. Nothing on that list requires a plumber to be in the house, but every single point makes the reader think, I should probably get someone to check this. And Will's name is on every page. The guide lives on a simple landing page. We'll promote it on his Google business profile, share it as a social post once a week, and leave a QR code card with every completed job. Total cost to produce, 0. Morning of work, that's it. This is the part most trades businesses skip entirely, and it's where a huge amount of revenue quietly bleeds away. Here's the reality. Not everyone who inquires is ready to book today. Some are comparing quotes. Some are waiting to see if the problem gets worse. Some just got distracted. Without a follow-up system, every single one of those people is gone. With one, most of them come back. For Will, we're setting up a simple 3-touch sequence. When someone inquires and doesn't book within 48 hours, they get a friendly follow-up message. Day 1, day 3, day 7. Not pushy, not salesy, just, hey, still happy to help if the timing's not quite right. That's it. Done once, runs automatically, captures the people who are always going to say yes. Just not today. This is the most overlooked growth lever in almost every small business I work with. And for trades businesses, it's almost criminal how much is left on the table here. Will gets referrals, we establish that, but they're passive, they happen to them. That's very different from a business that makes the package. Here's the psychology of referrals that most people get wrong. Business owners feel awkward asking for them because it feels like asking for a favor and it isn't. When you refer a great restaurant to a friend and they love it, how do you feel? You feel good. You feel useful. You feel like you did something valuable. That's the feeling you're creating the conditions for. You're not asking for a favor. You're giving your best customers the opportunity to feel great by helping someone they care about. So here's what Will is going to do. At the end of every completed job, he's going to leave a small handwritten card. It says something like, if you know anyone who needs a reliable plumber in Hatfield, I'd be genuinely grateful to pass my details. Here's a card. That's it. Handwritten, personal, not a generic flyer, not a pushy ask. Simple, costs almost nothing. And it works because it gives the customer a prompt at exactly the right moment. The job is done. They're happy. They're in the perfect frame of mind to think of someone who might need the same. 3 things have to happen for a referral to occur. Your customer has to notice a relevant conversation. They have to think of you, and they have to introduce you into that conversation. The card makes all 3 more likely. Because now there's something physical to hand over, and something physical is far harder to forget than a vague instruction to mention my name. So here's exactly what we're putting in place for Will over the next 30 days. 1. The Boiler Health Check Guide goes live on a simple landing page by the end of this week. 2. The guide gets promoted on Will's Google business profile, his WhatsApp status, and as 1 social post per week. 3. A 3-touch follow-up sequence for every inquiry that doesn't book within 48 hours. 4. A handwritten referral card left at the end of every completed job. No ad spend, no agency fees, no complicated technology, Just 4 things done consistently for 30 days. So, how many leads the guy generated, whether the follow-up sequence converted anyone, whether the referral cards produced a single job, no spin, no cherry picking. Whatever happens, we're showing it. If you want to follow the journey, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the results episode. And if you're watching this thinking, that audit sounded uncomfortably familiar, drop your industry in the comments below. The next business in this series might be yours. See you in 30 days.